Good afternoon, lovelies. I couldn't stay away. Also, I had the music on the wrong volume setting, so it was quiet, but it's fine. It just meant I didn't have to change it when we switched scenes. Hey, Charlotte. And hey, Jump. You got your egg. Hi, Luna. How's it going? And Just Poo's mowing the lawn. Oh my god. Yeah, you're not going to be able to hear a thing. I did not get enough sleep, Charlotte. I was up early, so I'm absolutely shattered. So, we may not be here long, we'll see. How you doing, Jump? Thank you. Happy... what day is it? Saturday. Is that a thing that humans say? Normal humans? Okay, what did I have to talk about? First of all, when I made some last minute changes to the... oh, wait, I guess we should rehash what we're doing. We're implementing a tiny programming language, right? Capable of printing the Fibonacci sequence. And it looks a lot like assembly code. So this is like an example program we would like to be able to write, okay? But yeah, right at the last minute yesterday, I made some changes. I changed my mind about a couple things. And I didn't fully update the rest of this to reflect those changes, so I kind of did that. It has meant I've doubly documented some stuff, but that's fine. It did, the changes that I did not make yesterday, it didn't make any difference to what we did yesterday, because the Alexa does not give a shit. It only cares, we just use this as a reference for the syntax and stuff. Have a reliable 4 to 5 hours of sleep a day. 4 to 5? Jesus Christ, Jump. How are you alive? I understand nothing, but I'll watch in awe. You could. Yeah, I don't know. It's something I want to do, and it's nice to have a bit of company when I do it sometimes. But yeah, it was going to drive me mad if I didn't touch this today, so we're going to do at least a little bit. Last minute changes? More like a 7-hour rabbit hole? No. I'm talking about during the starting soon screen yesterday, I made a couple changes. And then I did not update this to reflect all of those changes. Last night I didn't actually do a lot. We'll talk about that. Barely, Mr. Britt, barely alive. I feel that, Jump. I feel that in my bones. So what did I end up changing in this? Turns out, not a lot, because for the most part it worked. There were a couple of silly mistakes. Was there anything of note? Not really. There was some silly mistakes, I had a bracket in the wrong place, for instance, and I think I had some logic inverted, it should have been the other way around. I had to add... where is it? This here. I had to add this trim suffix thing when we're dealing with tokenizing the registers, because we sometimes have this comma, right? And I had forgotten to do that. So when I ran the test, that was an issue. Also, when I ran the test, so the first token we were expecting... wait, where is the test case? Was this load token, right? Because we start with load in the test. And what it was actually picking up was OAD, without the L, right? But that was an easy fix. It's because, if you remember, we have this buff thing here, the bytes to buffer. When we moved that out of the Lex function onto this Alexa structure, we also removed the bit that writes in the very first character into that buffer. That's why it was doing that. So that was an easy fix. I just added that back in. That's right here. What else did I do, if anything? I think we're tracking line numbers now. Did I add that? Did I dream that? I may have dreamt it. No, we are tracking line numbers. So like, when we throw an error, we can now. We're not doing it currently, but we will be able to say, oh, it's on this particular line. Because this is not a very helpful error. Just like most British folk, we're essentially The Walking Dead, with added sarcasm. I certainly look like it today. Listening to you while mowing the lawn, I realised you have a voice for radio. Good job on speaking. Thank you very much, Mr. Pooh. I have the perfect face for radio. Oh god, me too. My family tells me often. I bet that's your... You have a brother, right, Jump? I bet that's a brother thing. Brothers are gits like that. Yeah, so we're not doing it, but we will do it. In fact, we can just add it in. But what I might do, because this is always the same, we might make a little helper function that makes these errors. We can do that right now. Well, wait a minute. Do I have anything else I needed to mention? Oh, I wanted to talk about the labels. I realized we have a problem, right? And that is with the labels. We do this like jump if not 0 to loop, which is supposed to make it jump back to here, right? But currently it's going to look at loop and go, this is an invalid token. It doesn't, it just won't understand it. And we can't add like loop into our list of known keywords or anything like that because, you know, they're supposed to be user defined. And there's a bunch of ways we could solve this, but I think if we just change this so that when you do these jumps, we just make it so you have to put in the colon like we do when we just define it. And I was thinking, but isn't this weird? Or is this like going to cause issues? Because now we have the same syntax for creating a label and like referencing one. And does that matter? And the answer is no. The Lexa does not give a fuck. It doesn't care whatsoever. It just wants to know that this is a label and this is a label. It does not have any concept of a label being created. It doesn't even have any concept of like valid syntax. It like load R01 is a valid instruction or going to be, but if we jumble this around and we do like R0 load 1, it's now no longer a valid instruction, but the Lexa does not care. Like it doesn't think about that stuff. So yeah. So I think that's how we solve that. Just like rubbed hair into my mouth. Sure is, cheeky little bastard. Brothers always are, aren't they? Was there anything else? No, so like now the test, if I just do go test like this, it just works, like success, that's what we want to see. It tokenizes our stuff. So I think what we want to do next is we've broken it all down into, it's easier if I show you here, into this. So this, if you have to imagine this /n is like an actual new line, I just didn't want to like bloat out the test. Gets turned into this. These like token keyword things, they're basically just numbers. And then the literal thing there. So now we've broken it down. We kind of want to string it together again a little bit, but in a way that makes sense. And yeah, that process is called parsing, kind of, usually. I mean, that's like a bit of a broad term, but we're going to call it parsing. Yeah, so we want to like start stringing things together in a way that makes sense. For instance, this load keyword we have here, the load instruction, it's always going to have a register. It's going to be followed by a register and then a literal number value. So we can group all of those together into a load instruction. Or a load node. I'm not sure how we're going to structure this, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I can't... I'm just trying to think what it's going to look like. If we... I'm just going to like start a struct here and we'll probably change our mind 100 times. We're just going to call these nodes. It might have to be like an interface. I was going to add better errors, wasn't I? But it's kind of boring. What does a node need to know? Back garden done. Front garden to go. Miss Pooh is great at picking hot days to suggest mowing. Oh god. They're all hot days lately. I mean, it's never a nice job to do. I wonder how Phantom's getting on with his lawnmower. Phantom's been locked in this like epic gladiator battle with his lawnmower for days now. It's day and night and day. He's just like wrestling it. That's what I like to imagine anyway. So... It's going to have which kind of instruction it is. We might need to make like an instruction type. Do we need to do that? We might do. We're going to try it. We're going to try it, and if it looks like it's just a horrendously stupid idea, then we'll change our mind. Instruction. We have to remember all the bloody instructions we have. Some things don't quite fall under instructions, though. That's the thing, like the when we just create a label or comments. But I mean, those things also don't really make it into the like end bytecode. So does that matter? I'm not sure. It might be okay. Instruction load. I think this is how you do the enum thing. We'll find out. And we have an instruction move. I'm sure this is redundant for some reason, but we'll try it. There is an instruction add. I mean, we could use this map. Let's just keep going. But we can always change our mind, and I'm sure I will. So there's an instruction for subtraction. We got the compare. Jump if 0. not jump ogre. We got jump not 0. Yeah. And then at most they have, what, how many arguments do we have? At most they're only ever going to have 3, all of these things. Most of them have 2. Add and subtract have 3. The jumps have 1. Badger is watching me so closely he won't move from under the bush. He's brave or stupid. Oh no. Is he afraid of the lawnmower? I mean, I think that's an okay thing to be afraid of as a small animal. Hey, Lainey, darling. Thank you for the resub. 24 months. That is 2 years. How you doing, Lainey? Are you up and about? You were up very late. Did you get enough sleep? Not even a little bit. He's not afraid of it. He's just watching and waiting. He's plotting. He's up to something. I'm not sure how you want to do this. I did not. I woke up early and couldn't get back to sleep. He thinks a nap will be in order. Yes, he should definitely have a nap. I almost had an accidental nap earlier. I was watching... I carried on watching Don't Fuck With Cats. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the horrible, like... murder guy documentary. And I was almost falling asleep. Not because it was boring, just because I was very tired. How in the hell do I want to represent this? This is not looking like any node in like a passing tree I've ever seen. No, not. It's not hilarious. Maybe thinking of something different. Ah, Saribot replied to you. Fuck. My brain isn't starting. I should have maybe given this a bit of thought earlier. Must be thinking of another cat show. Yeah, this guy... Yeah, well, he wants to kill people. Let's just put it that way. He did. So he killed someone. Maybe I can fit out like the number of... Yeah, and not only that, but a bunch of cats too. Like a number of operands. Just call it num ops. But this is tricky because I need to record like sometimes they have like literal integers. Actually, only the load one does, and sometimes they have registers. And sometimes it's 1, and sometimes it's 3. Daisy is barking and growling at me. She says, I think she says, hi, hi, Daisy. Bless her. Well, I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm thinking we don't use this fixed node structure and instead we do a few different node types. Wait. What we ultimately want to do with these like nodes that we make, that we're stringing together like these appropriate tokens, we want to be able to generate bytecode from them. So maybe we just collect like an array of I'm reluctant to call them noders, but that's the like kind of like the convention and go, even though that one doesn't make sense, where it's an interface. And we just have it return like a slice of bytes of itself encoded. Wait. But we might be like crossing the streams, you know, and mixing steps up if we do that. She blinked at me in response. I don't know what to make of that. Like watching a foreign film without the subs, I occasionally pick out a word I recognize. Yeah, sorry about that. This is kind of tricky. I think we maybe just do separate nodes, and we have all of the nodes. We can have like make a type. I'm going to call it Noda. I'm so sorry. We'll make an interface like this, and it has it actually doesn't work. I was thinking we have like an encode method that you can just call, and it just returns some bytes like this. But I'm not sure if this is going to work out. Let's delete this, because we're not using that. I think it will, for the most part, work out. Yeah, it's only really the jumps that are going to be a pain in the ass. This is mixing up like the responsibilities of the parser a little bit. Honestly, I don't think I care. I don't think I give a fuck. So we'll do a load node. And a load node ever only has like two arguments to it, a register and a literal value. So the register can just be a single byte, I think. Yeah, that's right. And the value is an int 64, right? That's all a load node is. What else we got? We're ignoring the labels for now. So we need an add. Let's do add. Add always has 3 arguments. Is this? Do we need to have separate ones for add and sub? We could just call it. What do you call this? It has a name. I'm blanking. Googling. We could maybe call it. Just call it an arithmetic. I'm just going to call it AOP for arithmetic operation. I think. Sure, it doesn't matter. And they always have somewhere to store the result. We'll literally just call it result. Result is going to be a register. We're using bytes for registers apparently. We'll make like constants, I think. And we'll just call it op1. Wait, it's another. They're all registers. They're all registers. And op2. What else? Yeah, so then we don't need different ones. We the compare one. That's always 2. They're always registers. I don't know if this is the same way to do it, guys. I'm very tired. We don't have a place to put the result. This goes in like a special register. We'll just do the same thing, op1, op2. And we've got the jump operations. Jump 0, jump not 0. And although we have a label here, they will... Maybe we should... Okay, we'll keep track of the label name on this node, but they will need to be... We will need to actually figure out the address in the code. Because it's not going to be... Like, the bytecode is not going to have any concept of these label names. It will be a number here instead. Like the position in the bytecode. Jump 0. Well, yeah, I guess just in case we need to hang on to it, we'll keep the label name. Position. I think it'll be easier if we just still the position as an int. And I don't know that we'll be figuring this out right away. But then the same for jump not 0. Do we need to do this? I think we do. Oh, that was just a influx of spam bots. Like 3 decided to join at once. Probably trying to sell followers, I don't know. It's weird to see 3 come in at once. But that's fine. That's what you need after all that effort, an egg. A little egg. As a treat. Lainey's got her first egg. Eggs are important, Lainey. You need to hoard them. They're gonna be valuable one day when I get around to it. We might need like a pseudo instruction here. It's not really an instruction for defining labels and also for the comments. So they're not real instructions. They're just we're going to temporarily treat them as. Do we do that? Honestly, maybe we just skip comments. We don't have favorite way of eating an egg? I used to love a fried egg, but not anymore. An egg and soldiers used to be good when I was little, but it's not a very practical way of eating eggs, but it is fun and it is good. Lainey likes hard-boiled? Aw. Do you have an egg cup, Lainey? Do you have a little egg cup? Why am I finding that so adorable? Yeah, we might need... Oh my god, where's my cursor? Is that you spell pseudo? I don't know. But I'm just gonna let's just say fake, so I don't have to think about it. Fake instructions. Label declaration. I think that's the only one. I think we're just going to ignore comments. You do not, but you need one. What you need, Lainey, is a frog egg cup. That's what's missing in your life. You didn't know it, but now you do. Hard-boiled is what I have the most opinion on. Why not soft? It's so much gooier. Oh. I guess. Yeah, that was it, right? You didn't know, but now you do. You're welcome. So, yeah, let's do a label declaration. We stopped adding node to the end of these. Honestly, we should have put node at the beginning. Oh, for fuck's sake. Node load, like this. Okay. And these just have... I mean, this is really just a string, isn't it? So... maybe there'll be other fields later, so I'm just going to leave it as a struct. We'll just have label string. And these all need encode. Are we getting ahead of ourselves? Hey, Jed. I'm sure we're going to get on. We're from different egg worlds. Wow, very strong opinions on your egg firmness. I would like everyone to know that Daisy has been standing in my doorway for 10 minutes crying because she's afraid to cross the threshold again. Daisy, you did it once. You can do it again. I witnessed it live. Daisy is a golden doodle. Wait. I have a thing. I have 3 things. There we go. Actual representation of Daisy. Yeah, we're sort of getting... If I... For now, we'll just collect these in... We won't worry about fulfilling this interface right now. That's going to come when we do the bytecode stuff. For now, we need to, like, work on validation, I think. So we want... I love the Daisy emotes, Laney. She'd get on well with our little girl Rosie, just 'cause flowers. Does she have cool glasses? What kind of dog is her? She's a cat dog. Wasn't that a cartoon? Cat dog? Was that on Cartoon Network? I think that was, yeah. This might be annoying to write tests for. Okay, well, I guess we're making like a new. We're gonna write the parsing, okay, and we'll adjust these things as we need to. So what does the parser care about? Well, it's gonna have a list of nodes, right? At the moment, we're just gonna make this a slice of empty interface. This empty interface thing means that anything can be added to this slice. It's like to define an interface, you do this, right? Say we want to make a walker interface. We do it like this. So any type that has a walk function, defined on it, it returns an error. This satisfies the walker interface. An empty interface is actually, it will, any object that has at least a walker interface, like it can have more, a walker method, a function defined. It can have more, but it has to have this one. So an empty interface has no methods here. So again, it matches everything, whether it has any functions to run it at all. But they're kind of not great to use. Sometimes you have to though. In this case, we're just using it temporarily because I don't want to write the encode methods for all of these things right now. Because that's getting ahead of ourselves. Tesco delivery man is one stop away. Some heroes drive vans. Nice. I'm all good for food today, I think, until beans on toast later. I had, not sure how you say it, bruschetta and potato salad and some actual salad. If I eat again, it's just going to be beans on toast. Tomorrow, roast dinner. Monday, dinner. Yeah, so the parser will have a list of nodes. This will change, but for now we just need somewhere to put them. Does it need anything else? It needs our tokenized input, right? Is that it? I have a feeling we're going to need a jump table. We're just going to call it labels, I guess, which is a map of strings to ints, because it's going to be like a location in... Wait, can we do that here? We can. Yeah, we can do this here. We can do it. That might be all we need. So let's make a constructor, if you want to call it that. I don't, but it's relatable, right? New parser, and we would want to give it our list of tokens. This comes from the Alexa, remember. And that's it, I think. And it will just return a pointer to one of these parser structs. But we need to name this. We need to name it. Could anyone take a listen to a song and tell me where you've heard it? It's driving me a bit mad. The Look by Metronomy. I think I can do this because it shouldn't capture audio for you. Let's have a look. doesn't sound familiar to me, but I love the seagulls in this video. Yeah, that was cool. It's such a nice vibe, yeah. Yeah, so we just need to pass in the like token slice here. Nodes is fine as it is. Maps, I don't know if you still have to initialize them or not, so I guess we just do it just in case. This might have changed. I remember reading something about it, that now you can maybe operate on nil maps, but I'm not sure, so we'll just do it. That's a syntax. And that's fine. And do we just want to like a parse function? What does parse even return? I guess the all of the nodes. Oh shit, just really smacked the microphone. So at the moment, this is just a slice of like the empty interface, but we will be changing it. I promise we're not going to leave it like that, okay? I won't do it. And also an error. Potentially. Doesn't sound at all familiar, no. It was in the TV show Chaos, and it triggered all sorts of memories. I think a British hip-hop group. Maybe Irish sampled it, but that's a guess. Not sure. I'm just not very musical these days. All of my music knowledge comes from when I was, you know, my actual heyday. So anything between there and Ash Nico now, I don't know. I'm clearly the same, that's why I'm asking the internet. Yeah. I think a lot of people are like that, right? So what's the very first thing we do? Are we going to be... I guess we're ranging over these tokens, right? Actually, we're not. We're not ranging. Because we're going to be skipping some. We're not skipping some, but... I mean, we will be also skipping some. We need to track the position. Call it... token pos. Why is it pseudo in programming? It's not like programming doesn't use long words. Why is it pseudo? Yeah, I think. Oh, it is still sudo. Sudo is what is to do with Linux. We don't have. Can I even sudo in this? Hang on. It's like asking for elevated permissions. Kind of like when the thing on Windows pops up and says something about administrative access. So yeah, sudo is a thing here, but not necessarily in programming. I think we do want an infinite loop. But yeah, we'll... used it a couple of times when I was dual booting. I must admit I don't like having to put up a command line to do stuff. Ah, that's my preferred way of doing stuff. Like the last time I have to hold on to the mouse, the better, honestly. Current token. P.tokens dot. Wait, not dot. P.token pos. Oh my god. Yeah, and we just had to remember to update this. We are going to get so many like off by one kind of things going on here. And yeah, I used to dual boot, but when I got this computer, I just could not be bothered. There's also the very rude fact that certain Windows updates will just smash the bootloader. Like, it does not give any kind of fuck that you have another kind of bootloader there. It will just overwrite it and be like, Linux who? There's no Linux there. In which case you have to like go and do like a annoying bunch of steps to get grub back or whatever it was you were using. It's really like obnoxious, and I think that's still true. Yeah. So I just didn't get around to it. But we do have like the Windows Linux subsystem thing now in Windows, which is okay. I don't love it. Or I have VirtualBox installed and I can just have like spin up a virtual Ubuntu box, you know. If I'm not typing, I barely use the keyboard. So many mouse shortcuts and gestures, it's kind of confusing. Oh god. Yeah, I am the exact opposite. So yeah, for this first, what we want to do, we want to look at the type of token we have. For the first go around, if it's ever anything other than a keyword, a comment, or a label, and we would just throw an error, right? And it can't be a coincidence. Microsoft have a lovely habit of promoting Windows. Oh yeah. They know exactly what they're doing. It's just so my go-to word is obnoxious. Like, it's just fucking rude, right? Assholes. And it's always been true, like at least for as long as I can remember. And it used to just be if you happen to install Windows second, I think. But then at some point up, like just random updates would start doing it too. For instance, hold right mouse button down and move left up. Keeps the window on top. Down, right, minimizes it. Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of cool. I feel like my brain is not conditioned to remember like mouse shortcuts though. Yeah. What do my tokens look like again? We need to look at the token type. And I know there's a thing for it. It's called type, TYP. So if it's not a comment, label, or keyword, we know it's a problem. Something's gone wrong. Does not equal... Yeah, if it's none of these three things, I think we can just... Two minutes late, the nerve. Yeah, fire him out of a cannon into the sun. That'll teach him. 2 minutes late. Dead. No, don't do that. Please don't kill your Tesco delivery driver. Please don't fire him into the sun. I didn't mean it. Yeah, we want to return an error here. Like unexpected token. At this point, we've lost the line numbers for stuff there, but maybe we can go and see about that later, TM. Because we were tracking line numbers, and we do know when we like create the node the tokens in the first place, we know which line they came from, so we could add it to the like token structure we've got. We just add a line field, but we don't have it now. So we'll just very unhelpfully write unexpected. Oh my god, my brain just froze. An unexpected token. We'll just do this. What have I done wrong? Expected selector or type assertion found type. Oh, that's because I've used like the full word type when we can't use that. Here we go. He's not late. He's outside scared to knock on the door in case you try to sell him another car he didn't show interest in. I mean, that could be it. It's like, this guy again. Okay. If it's a comment, wait. But then we're checking. Okay, well, it's fine. We'll clean this up again. We'll clean this up later. If it's a comment, we're just gonna go to the next one. We just increase the token position thing we made. And we like go to the next iteration of the loop. We should probably do like a switch statement here, maybe? Does this make sense? It kind of does make sense, doesn't it? Case. Okay. We love a switch statement, I guess. What else we got? Let's handle like the weird cases first, I guess. Case. The other one is label, right? The weird one. How do we define the like fake label instruction? A label declaration. It's just a string. It should probably be a string and a position that we fill in later, maybe. No, we don't need that here. I'm not sure we need this position here either, or here. So we just add this. Okay. We just add this to the node array we've got on this parser thing. Node label declaration. What do we call this field? Label. It's current token.lit that has like the label name in it, but it has a colon on it, has a colon prefix on it. Does that matter? I don't think it matters. You don't need to take it off. I'm not sure we need to be increasing the counter here. We might end up just doing it afterwards once, and we can get rid of it from these. I'm not quite sure. We'll just keep doing it for now. Like, we probably don't need to continue either, but we'll just take the continues out. Sure. Okay, so those are the, like, weird cases. And then there's the actual more involved cases. Token keyword. Wait a minute. We don't want to put a switch statement in a switch statement, do we? That's not what we want to do. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think this is where we do the switch statement. Okay. So, let's go back to how it was. Oh my god. We'll do a couple of if statements to take care of these things, because we're going to probably want to switch on inside this token keyword case instead. And if we don't do this, it's going to look horrible. It's going to look horrible. It's going to look worse than that, or, you know. And labels. And just copy this here. And then we don't switch on this. Cool. We switch on. So now, yeah, now it has to be a keyword. So switch on keyword. Oops. Current token. .lit. It's going to be like a string. I think we want to uppercase this just in case. Strings dot to upper, I think it is. Because I did make one tiny change to make it so that we can write these keywords in uppercase or lowercase. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So we'll start with load, I think. And load expects the next token to be a register, and then the one after that. It's an integer value, right? I feel like we need like a helper function, like an expect. I'm not sure how to describe it. Let's look at the syntax again. What's... We can write like an expect reg lit helper function, maybe. And then expect reg 3 for that when we're expecting 3 registers in a row, and reg 2. Yeah, let's do that. Expect reglet we'll just return a boolean, so true or false. Is this sane? I don't even know anymore, guys. Just don't know. So what do we want to do first? We want to make sure that from where we are now, there are, in the first place, we want to make sure there are like 2 tokens coming next at all. We'd like check the length of the token slice. Because if there's less than 2 more left, then this cannot possibly be true. I don't know what we're gonna like error out in this case, but if len p dot tokens p dot, what is it, token pass? What did I call it? Does not equal t dot token pass plus 2. I'm going to be off by 1 here, aren't I? So, somewhere. We need to do -1 here, I think. What have I just done? Oh. God, missing braces. I think that's right. We can just return false if that's... Oh, Tesco, you're right. He had no interest in my car whatsoever. Again. So now we can say... There's a better way to write this, but I don't care right now. We're going to refactor later TM. I'm tired, guys. I'm very tired. We can say... does not equal token... Wait. It's not equal token... Register... And... thanks for the love, Lainey. Got about 3 hours last night. I know the feeling. I'm kind of floating today, right? I will at some point just retire back to my bed and find something to watch until my good friend Phantom streams. And are you streaming tonight, Lainey? I always try to at least make the first like half of your stream. I know how you back. Or is it Coraline today? It's Sunday, right, Coraline? It's a good movie. Sunday is Coraline. Tonight is Poppy. Oh no. Your favorite game in the universe. Are you near the end? I can't believe you stuck with it. I could not stick with that game. I just couldn't do it. Broken literal? What did I call this? Coraline is, yeah, just the movie. There's like a screening going on there, Lainey. Is it for an anniversary or something? You're dreading it, I bet. But Froakie will be happy. Two more enemies to meet, so I'm not sure how close to the end I am. Oh god. I was playing a very chill game earlier on, actually. I got Galaxy Burger on Steam, okay? And you just make burgers in space for, like... There's a lot of cats that show up, actually, weirdly. Who would have thought? Let me find the thing. But it's not one of those games that rushes you. You just make the burgers to order in your own time. Slowly unlock new ingredients. You've got different planets of like different specialties of burger. It's very chill. It's for the 15th anniversary. It's been 15 years. Honestly, I only very recently saw it. Hato made me watch it with her. Poppy, the one with the crazy hands? Yeah, with like the hand attachments, yeah. You so rarely choose high-powered fake careers. I like it, Lainey. I think it's going to be cool. I only played a bit. Then I had my lunch, well, my dinner. It literally made me hungry, even though it's burgers. Their idea, sometimes people order like a veggie burger or a vegan burger. Yeah, this one's chill, Lainey. No one rushes you. There's no restocking of ingredients that I've noticed. You just make burgers. That's it. Just make burgers. And serve cats in big, like, mechatronic suits. It's cool. But yeah, their idea of like a vegan burger, which sometimes the order is just like a bun with sometimes a slice of cheese and then just like tomatoes in. People will order that and have the audacity to call it like a vegetarian burger. But maybe it'll get better. Maybe you unlock like that stuff. Like it took me like 5-6 in-game days to unlock onions, so maybe it comes later. Like better veggie burgers and stuff. Not sure I have any chill games. It might be me though. Gaming can be oddly stressful. It can. I've been full once. Yeah. No, I'm not tricking you, Charlotte. It's chill. Promise. Yeah, I find a lot of games stressful. Like I've really been wanting to play a load of Sea of Thieves lately, but I just can't. Where was I? Does this work? So I'm checking if the next token type is a register and that the one after is a token literal. But I need to check that I actually called it token literal. What did I call it? Where did I define all these things? Eh? Yeah, token literal, okay. We might be able to get rid of this in a bit. Yeah, so now we can use this to... Does it? I think this only comes up here. Yeah. Well, whatever. Whatever. It makes it makes things a bit more clear when I try to figure out what the hell does my own code do. So we'll take it. So now we can say we can create more unhelpful errors. That's what we can do. We can say if so if our expect reg lit function returns false, we know we have a problem here. And we can say something like, wait, return nil. To load. We're just gonna be very unhelpful. I will make better errors. That's fine. Might try Robocop in VR. What could go wrong? It sounds fun. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. That won't be stressful at all. Basically a holiday. Expect two reg and expect 3 reg, I think, is another helper we want. Instead of just returning True or false? We maybe actually want to return the register and the literal here. Might be helpful. So it looks like... No, we don't, because then we'll have to do stuff like update the current position and that bollocks here, when I don't think we're doing that here. No, let's leave. Make this parse function responsible for that. We just literally want to validate that they exist where they should. I watched RoboCop about the making of RoboCop. Peter Weller, the guy who played RoboCop, is apparently an enormous tit of a man. Really? But that's so rarely the case in show business. Kappa. Sorry, I will never say Kappa again, I promise. But no, I did not know that. But I haven't seen RoboCop in forever either. Yeah, let's just keep going with the helper functions, I think, and then we'll write out the rest of this. It'll just be easier. Oh no, I've seen it, just not in a long time. Lainey? Lainey is full of mischief all the time. So like default state. I'm not convinced we're free of off by one errors. But that's a problem for future Benjamin. Let that guy handle it. Do we want to write a helper function that checks to make sure we have enough tokens? We probably should. So I don't have to keep writing this fucking thing out. We just got it len check. Token len check. And we'll give it an int. And it returns true or false. And we'll do this. Oh, we need to give this a name. And this doesn't need to be an if. And then we can write len check to that. Apparently the director was an enormous knob too. The interviews with other cast members at the time are hilarious. They're not even trying to hide how much they ate him. Just like foot on slagging him off. We love to see it. When it's deserved. Yeah, okay, so expect 2 reg if... Wait, we don't need the if here, we just do similar to what we did up here. E.tokens. Oh my god, I hate this. I fucking hate this. It's 1 type, does not equal. Token register. This should actually be an or, not an and here. Oh yeah, he's a great guy. I'm going to go out for laughs and beers with him and introduce him to my family. Great guy. Wow. I feel like there's a better way to do this, but we're doing it like this for now. Oh, what now? Oh, because I've written out the full word type here. Okay, fuck off. Fuck off. Expect 2 reg, and now we need an expect 3. I'm sure we could have wrapped this up into like one helper function, but you know what? What the fuck ever. Expect 3. If do a len check thingy. What'd I do? What did I do wrong? Oh. I think we can use a loop for this, okay? Hear me out. Let me do this, okay? And then we'll just check them like this. If otherwise return true. Yeah, I think again, I'm certain there are like 100 off by 1 errors in here at this point. But that's okay. It's just what I do. Peter Weller insisted people call him Robo when they spoke to him rather than that. The other actors chose not to speak to him. Why would he... Like, he's not even called Robo. They don't even call him Robo in the movie, do they? So it's not even like he was doing like a method acting kind of thing. And staying in character, right? Just being an ass. Did they call him Robo in the movie? I don't think so. Yeah, what a dick. Nope, he's just a penis. He also had a member of staff whose job it was to feed him Oreos when he called. Okay, so he's just a fucking spoiled dickhole. He stopped scenes midway for an Oreo. Oh my god, just hold everyone else up. Yeah, he sounds amazing to work with. Do we maybe want to have a... We might want to do the current token thing here as well. Or we just have a... We maybe want a... Okay, maybe we do this. No, we don't. We don't do this. But we will do... like a next method. To get the next token. If we do this, we're going to have to add like a fake end of file token though. Which is fine, I think. So we would... increase the token position and then just turn. Is that what I want to do? I think it is, you know. Okay, so now that we've validated there's a register and then a little value here. They went through tons of actors trying to get someone. All the others didn't want their fade covered or didn't want to appear in a film called fucking RoboCop. It wasn't I mean, I enjoyed it. I don't know if I would these days. I'm not sure. Like, I have rewatched stuff that I, you know, have fond memories of and thought to myself, this is actually kind of garbage, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, so we have verified that there is a register and a literal as the next two tokens. So we can get the register because that's going to be the next one. We can now use our next token function we made. And we can get the value that we're putting in it, or we would be putting in it. We know it's the one after. And then we can make a load node. Well, we can't actually make one yet. We need to do some... fuckery. I think it holds up okay. The satire keeps it from being just another mindless 80s action films. There are... Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Hey, Cosmic. How are you doing, my lovely? 3 eggs. You could make like an omelette with that. So it's not validation we need to do, it's... We need to turn... Playing some Minecraft with Phantom G and Chloe at the moment, nice! I loved seeing what's going on in the Minecraft world you have going on. G has made some very pretty stuff, as I'm sure you all have. Well, I've seen some of your stuff as well on your stream. Like, I love the bee. Love the bee. Did Minecraft RTX ever come out? Pretty sure it has. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think they added ray tracing. It is so huge, isn't it? G doesn't think it looks. G thinks it looks out of place where it is. Honestly, I think it's perfect. And from the angle she was looking at the bee yesterday, like slightly above, it looks like the bee is eyeing up they're like the market stalls, but they have this white on the top. They kind of remind me of iced buns or iced cakes or something. Just like this giant bee eyeing up these tasty treats. I love it. It is perfect, isn't it? Yeah, we need to get a number out of this register token, right? And it's going to be the second character in the reg.lit thing. Is that what we did? Is that what we made the load node? The bee loves a sweet treat. Hell yeah. Deserves all the treats. Node load. Yeah, we made the reg byte. So, and we don't need to validate it. We know, we just need to convert it into a number. We know it's going to be fine. We've done all this validation bollocks before. We just need to actually grab it as a byte. So we'll do n. Honestly, we could ignore the error here. In fact, I won't ignore the error. I'll panic, which you probably should never do because it should never come up. So we'll panic if we get this error rather than like return it, because it will mean we fucked up rather than someone writing their code as fucked up. Pass in, and it will be reg1 like that. Wait, reg.lit.1, bracket 1, and it's base 10 and 64 bits. what is it I'm doing? Well, like the overall thing, we are writing our own programming language, basically. It's going to look a lot like assembly code, if you've ever looked at or heard of or seen assembly code. And the goal is to make this programming language. This is an example program, and all we want to be capable of doing is figuring out and printing the Fibonacci sequence. So this language, it only cares about whole numbers. And that's what we're doing. There is a whole series of steps involved. Yeah, so ultimately we're gonna want to feed it this program and have it run it. And there are a bunch of steps you usually want to take when you're doing something like this. Read in the code in the first place. Something called lexing, tokenizing, which is like breaking it down into its individual parts. Parsing, which is what we're doing right now, which is sort of stringing them back together again, but in a way that we're going to be able to... it's hard to explain. In a way that makes sense. So we'll be grouping them back up together as they are here, like the add instruction has 1, 2, 3 like arguments to it. This is where we're placing the result of this like add operation, and these are the two things we'll be adding. Yeah, we're doing the parsing now. And then we turn it to bytecode, and then we actually have our thing executed. That's better than what I code. My code never makes sense. Really? How you doing? Oof, that's going to be hard to pronounce. How do you pronounce a W and then a G? You got any suggestions for me? Are you working on anything at the moment? But yeah, that's what we're doing. So yesterday, all that faffing around was gaff. Oh, gaffer. Okay, that makes it easy, thank you. Yesterday we worked on the like lexing part. Breaking it down into, we call them tokens. And we just about finished it. I had to make a few minor adjustments after it ended. Before I went to bed, because, you know, like about 10 past midnight is the best time to do those kind of things. Don't do that. And today we're working on the parsing. Yeah, so this register token has this lit field, which is like the literal. It's literally just going to be like R1, for example. But we want to get that number out. Are you doing it for any particular reason? Oh, just because you can. Just for fun. For fun, just poo. Honestly, although this is at the moment going to be like a very small scope, only supports numbers kind of thing, there's like infinite room for expansion, and it might be cool to have like an embedded language I can use. You shouldn't do it. You should use something like Lua. But no. But to answer your question, I'm working on a type of version control too. Oh, cool. You're going to make the next Git, are you? No, because it doesn't exist. It's in a domain where I have not seen this been made. I've lost the trail of what you're trying to tell me. I'm sorry. What doesn't exist? Sorry. Yeah. So we're trying to get this second. We want to get this one out of the R1. We don't need to do a lot in the way of validation because it's already been done in the lexing step. We're just going to grab it. We're going to convert it into a single byte, and we're going to stuff it into this load node. But we will check this error just because if this ever happens, then we have screwed up. So we'll just say something like, and should be an int Trading card games like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering. I'm trying to do a version control for those type of deck lists. Oh, that's cool. We played a TCG card shop like simulator the other week. Was it last week? That was really fun. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And how's that going? You said some of your code is not making sense. That's never fun. Do you do stuff like write tests? We wrote all of one test for the Lexi yesterday, don't we? Where is it? Oh shit, it's already open somewhere. Yeah, we wrote a test for the Lexi yesterday. It covers most of the stuff. The coverage could be better, but it helps. It definitely does help. So yeah, if we cannot convert this, the second part of this lit thing here into a number, then we can just let it blow up, because it should never happen. And if it does, we've messed up monumentally. You're in the process of writing tests, and it's very early stages. So far, I've only done the future to output a diff of 2 deck lists. Cool! Starting is one of the hardest things, so good job. And I hope you figure out the nonsensical bits. That's cool though, it's a cool project. Are you interested in those kind of games? Is that where it's come from? Like Magic? I've tried to get into Magic a bit lately, but only the, the digital version. What's it called? Magic the Gathering Arena? It's on Steam. Before that, I played a bunch of Hearthstone, but makes me rage. Nothing makes me rage more than Hearthstone, honestly. And then we should probably, okay, just in case. Oh, Magic the Gathering is your main game. Cool. We should do like a sanity check again. We'll just panic if this is true. If Len, wait, not Len. If N is either less than 0 or greater than 255, which should never be the case because we validate all this stuff in the Lexa. And as a byte, so then we can just, yeah, sure. Is this fine? And then we need to get the value into an actual number as well. Call this a VNum? I hate this. Is AI useful to you as a programmer? Honestly, yes. I brainstorm stuff with Chat GPT. It's quite helpful for that. When it comes to, like, if you want to straight up ask it to make code for you, it can sometimes, but it will often screw stuff up or just do weird stuff, and you kind of have to already know how to program in order to, recognize and catch that stuff. So it's not, I don't think it's going to be replacing programmers quite yet. But it is useful. I have a lot of conversations with ChatGPT. It's good for brainstorming. I also use it to help me come up with stream titles and stuff sometimes even. And I was brainstorming with it to try to nail down the details of the stock market thing I want to do with the eggs. So yeah, love it. But yeah, you have to, I think as long as you have knowledge of the thing you're trying to converse with it about, it's okay. If you don't, I think it could get, in some cases, even dangerous. But yeah, stuff can just go wrong. It can do some code for certain languages. I tried it once and it could not get anything right, or even get it to compile. I was asking regarding Haskell. Yeah, it will make silly like mistakes. Sometimes you can inform it of its mistake and it will like get its act together. But yeah, that's what I mean. If you need to have some like domain knowledge in the first place, yeah, to be able to recognize that's wrong. And at the other end of the spectrum, I used it last night to make a picture of an Art Deco cat. Oh, okay. Yeah, using it for art is like, I don't know. It's a kind of a hated thing, right? And I get it. Everyone worries they're going to be replaced by AI. I don't think we're quite there yet, but if it were to happen, kind of, you can't fight these like a technological advancements, can you? You can protest them, you can dislike them. I feel like ultimately it'll be a losing battle for anyone, including probably at some point in the future programmers. But you know, we'll always be needed to work on the AI. So I mean, not entirely. It is, some of the stuff it's produced is so clearly plagiarized. Yeah, well, most of it is trained on stuff like without his consent. And then there's all kinds of arguments you can or people do make about like fair use and stuff like that, derivative works and all this stuff. I don't know. It's like law stuff. I don't know. I don't particularly like it, and I have artist friends as well, so I don't really support the art side of it. But at the same time, I think it's kind of inevitably going to happen, right? Like people won't stop using it. It won't cease to be a thing. I don't know what the answer is. But I think also like the want for actual human artists will not go away either. So there is that. And as far as like the legalities go, it's just going to have to be settled in some court somewhere. I don't know which one. If you plagiarize a million things, apparently it's less bad than just one. If you squint, it makes sense. Yeah, it's complicated. It's yeah. I could ramble on going in circles about this for a long time. I'm just not gonna. But yeah, as someone who does have artist friends, it definitely sucks for because I love them. Phenom, we're converting this string, right? Again, strcom.parse_int. It's the second part of lit. And it's base 10, and it's 64-bit, not 65. What would that even do? I think it would just blow up. Oh wait, no, we're not taking the second part. We're taking the whole of lit. Here. And again, this should never error out because we checked this stuff. This has already been checked. But again, for the sake of just in case. It's a fascinating topic. My sister writes technical copy for pharmaceutical companies. One of her colleagues was fired for using AI. She showed me the piece. The AI was just making up scientific studies, right? Yeah. So that's another thing I'm writing this article for something, but it involves, I need a bunch of like reputable sources to go with it. And I was trying again to brainstorm with ChatGPT to like find instances of this specific thing and, hey, can you also show me this like reputable source? So I can go and read about it for myself, and then I can write up my, you know, what I'm working on. And often the sources, they just did not exist. In like 9 times out of 10, I would have to, it would either just straight up not be a thing, or I would have to dig around on my own to find this actual like news story or paper or whatever. It's, yeah. So you do have to be super careful. But doing that for a pharmaceutical company, sounds dangerous, right? You could, that's not something you want to misrepresent or get stuff wrong for, right? So that's bullshit. But there's a lot of it. Like, I imagine it's absolutely rampant with kids and their homework and papers and stuff. So we'll just panic here. Because, again, this should never happen. It was dangerous. Some of the data was just plain made up. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. You really do need domain knowledge of what you're trying to get out of it. Otherwise, it's just going to be bad. Like if you can spot that it's made up, I guess that's one thing. If you are just like ripping it off, then yeah, it's going to get people hurt. And because the author didn't have a background in biology or medicine, they had no idea how to pass the fake data. Oh my god, it just gets worse. Yeah. So now we have this value. So now we can make a load node. What do we call the fields on this thing? Oh, this was a part of an explanation, wasn't it? We don't need a walker interface here. Node load, so ranch, and it's just going to be a byte, so yeah, and val 64, okay. And we have already done a check to make sure we are safe to just convert this number into a byte. Where is it? Range is byte, what was it? N? Oh my god, we maybe should have. Let's do it. Okay, so we don't lose track of ourselves. Let's do by n. And val is phenum, right? I saw some lawyers got into trouble for using AI to submit lawsuits. It was referencing laws and landmark cases that didn't exist. Yeah, that seems to be a common thing that happens. It just imagines stuff. Because most of the AI, we call it AI, and I don't the term has morphed from its original intended definition. I think it's just fancy, very very fancy autocomplete. That's kind of how it works. And we think it's magic, and it's not. It can be super useful, but only if you use it properly, I think. So I love it, but with a big asterisk next to it, I guess. It's my thoughts on AI. But I use ChatGPT a lot, most days. And it's trained on the internet. Have you seen the internet? Exactly. Oh my god, it's just an absolute mess out there. So now we've turned these. Oh my god, all of this for a load? Fucking hell. Is this fine? Honestly, it's fine. So now we can just... You know what? We probably don't want to make a new... Oh, we have to, don't we? Shit. Yeah, we're going to have to append this inside the switch case. P.nodes. Like that. You've had some fun with music making AI. That's one I've never really looked at. Mostly I just have conversations with ChatGPT. Quick genre bending ideas, it's amazing. Oh, cool. No, I don't think I've even tried any of those kinds of ones. Okay, so in theory we have the load node done. So what's next? We'll do... Can I do multiple, like, cases in the switch statement? Can I do, like... Can I do that? Is that valid? It hates that. It hates that so much. This is outside the switch though, isn't it? So that might be why. I think I can do that. Oh, hell yeah. Some of them seem to be shutting down before they're sitting to oblivion. God, yeah. Some, yeah, there's going to have to be a bunch of huge law cases happen. But it's hard, seeing as it's like a global thing and we have different laws everywhere, right? Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I just know you can't put the genie back in the bottle, to use just a horrible turn of phrase. There's no going back, right? Why is this greyed out? What have I done with my life here? Was it always? They made Doom in AI? Does it run on a refrigerator though? Otherwise I'm not interested, you know. Doom. Did you play like the original Doom games, just for... You must have done, right? Did my syntax highlighting just break? Why is everything grey? Or was it always? What's the matter with me? Maybe it always was grey. So for an add or a subtract, you didn't get into Eternal though. Is that the modern one? I was thinking like actual incredibly pixelated, like the old Dooms, but yeah. Is Eternal the new one? I can't remember. I own it, and it was okay, but it's like way too fast-paced for me. Or was Eternal one of the old ones? I forget now. I mostly just played like Doom 1 and 2, like the you know, the OG 2 ones. Oh, you have to kill... Yeah. In certain ways, I couldn't keep track, yeah. Yeah, the modern one was just way too fast for me. I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it a bit, but... I don't know. Oh, yeah, but the old Doom's is like one of the first like proper games I played, I think. if you exclude anything that ran off a tape and was barely a game, but so what do we want to do? An addition or subtraction is always going to have, what was it? It's going to have 3 arguments and it's 3 registers, so we need the expect 3 reg thing that we made earlier. Here's one we made earlier. So we can say if expect 3 reg, if not expect 3 reg. These errors we're returning in this parser are just trash, by the way. Just absolutely god awful. They are not helpful to anyone, anywhere, at any time. I almost shouldn't bother writing anything in here and just return an empty error. That would be as useful, but that's okay. After we called it A up before, so we'll just continue doing that. Yeah, because it might be an addition or a subtraction. And I'm not writing 2 error messages. Come on. Who do you think I am? So okay. So this first one would be the register we're putting stuff in. What do we call this function? Next token? Yeah. Doom 2016 was good. The old Dooms have just been remastered and ray traced. They look fab. Oh, really? I did know that they like kind of re-released on Steam. I didn't realize they'd been remastered though. How would you? Were they even? How was it even possible to do ray tracing on that kind of game? I might have to check that out. It's been a while. I still remember all the cheats. Not that I would ever use them. I used them a lot. Digital Foundry did a great video on the tech behind the remasters. Oh, I may check them out. I love that kind of thing. You can even run mods on console now. What the hell? I remember, yeah, I still remember the cheats. IDDQD was like God mode, right? ID clip was no clip. What was it? ID KFG was maybe like guns and ammo. IG, one of those. Yeah. We might need like a 2 numb or panic helper function here, because we're basically going to be doing this again. And this is ugly as fuck. Well, is it worth doing? Sure, we'll make a 2 numb or panic. And it's going to take that literal string, and it's going to return a int64. It's not going to return an error because it's going to panic, but we are clearly stating it panics. Base 10, 64, 68 bits. Wow. Yeah, let's do that. We're just going to blow up. Otherwise, we return the number. Because this is going to come up a few times, I think. Wait. It's actually only going to come up once, but I should... to byte or panic I want to do. Because we're talking about the register numbers. So if it's less than 0 or greater than 255, something like that. Yeah. Because we only actually need to do the thing with the regular numbers once. For the load instruction. My tea is probably stone cold. How long have I been here? 2.5 hours? I haven't touched the tea I started with. That's not good, is it? Delicious cold tea. I am not a microwaver of tea. Usually my tea doesn't last 5 seconds. It's just I'm distracted when I'm here. I'm a gulper of tea. That's what I am. A destroyer of tea. Doesn't last. As soon as it's cool enough to sip, it's usually gone. So I typically don't need to even make that decision. Where were we? We've got the 2 byte or panic thing. And I think that's fine. Yeah, we can, because we're going to have to repeatedly do this for the registers. Wait, so now we can actually use it here, right? Yeah, instead of this chunk of code here. So we can just say 2 byte or panic, and it's in reg.lit. It's like the second character, right? And now we can get rid of this. Oh, we love to delete stuff. We love it. What was I doing here? Why did I redeclare this reg thing? Did we return it as a byte? Did we actually do that in our thing? No, we didn't. There was no right answer, but that was the right answer, right? Yeah. Kind of ruins tea. Once it's cold, it's not really, like, it's barely worth drinking. I just don't want to waste an entire cup, you know. So I need to change, what do I do here? We no longer need this. But we're putting N in here, not Reg. Reg is the actual token. We never wanted to do that. I have become dozy, destroyer of tea, right? It just does not last 5 seconds. I can't sip, you know? Once it's cool enough, that's it. You have that, like, awkward stage where you can only sip it because it's still a bit too hot. But once that's passed, that tea is gone. It's out of here. It's not going to survive. And not in this house. Not on my watch. I think this is fine now. So now we do actually want to have a the way I writ this 2 bite or panic thing. We do actually want a 2 no more panic as well. We just don't need to fanny around checking that the value is within a certain range. Do we? We don't. This has already been checked. Where the hell is it? Yeah, so we will write this helper function. We'll just call it toInt or panic. And do the same thing, but returns an int64. It's almost identical, like it's just less than the function above it, really. Oh, we're not returning, we're panicking here. And should be an integer. This doesn't have to be a super helpful message, it should never happen. I'm going to keep telling myself that, because it inevitably will happen. That's it, right? Just return N here. It's quite flattering that an animal like Badger with such a sensitive sense of smell would choose to go to sleep with his nose in my palm. Oh my god, yeah. Wow. Oh my god. There's some kind of like soap or shower gel advert there, I think. You should pitch that to someone. So now, yeah, so this actually makes constructing these nodes a bit easier. What is this called? What did I call this node? Was it AOP? Or AOP, like that? Fuck. My definitions are now so far away because I've refused to separate this out into different files. Yeah, node AOP. And it's reg, and we can just do 2 byte or panic. And the same here, but to int. And the same for up 2. Wait. These are all registers, aren't they? Yeah, so we don't do this at all. We don't do this. It's all 2 byte or panic. What am I fucking doing with my life? I remember now. That's why I didn't bother to make the 2 int or panic function, because we literally only need it in the load case and nowhere else. And then I just went and did it and thought I needed it. No, we don't operate like that. These are all registers. Whatever, we've still made it easier to do. And I think we're ending in the switch case for some reason. This may all have to change. We didn't write a test for any of this shit, by the way. But it's because it's a work in progress. Like, stuff is going to change that would break the tests. This is a mess. This is a goddamn mess. I kind of hate this. I hate how this has turned out. I might feel better if we like extracted this entire switch, because it's going to get bigger, out into its own function, maybe. And it could somehow wrangle it into a form that is testable. But I don't think I want to do that right now. So what's next? We've done load, we've done add, sub. We can do compare. It's just expecting 2 registers. Thanks for the luck, Salam. I will hydrate. I follow this stinky doctor. Oh, she is great. Yeah, let's do compare. So compare is going to expect 2 registers, which we wrote a thing for, right? Yeah, expect 2 reg. Another unhelpful error to return? Sure. Remember, we fixed stuff like user-friendly errors later. Remember, tomorrow, the next day, next week. Yeah, compare only takes 2 registers, right? We don't have a... We don't store... Like, we don't have to manually save or we're storing the result of this comparison. We have a special register for that. That you never, like, reference directly. But I just call it CR. Yeah, so we know the next one is a register, and so is the one after. And we can just make the node. We don't have to do anything. Hell yeah. Hey Annie, you got your second egg. How are you doing, darling? How's it going? Did you have oh, have a nice look. But I think you had, or will have, work today, right? Node compare. Can't remember what we made this look like. Just op 1 and op 2, and they're both bytes, okay. Oh shit. It's not a method on our thing, is it? No, it's just a 2 byte or panic. Okay, well that was easy. Just append it to our thing. Okay, what's next? Did we do move yet? So move is just expecting 2 registers. So if there's not 2 registers as the next 2 tokens, we just panic. No, we don't panic. We're going to return an unhelpful error. Because that's what we do around here. We're not even going to say what tokens were after move. We're just going to be like, nah. Can't remember the order. So it's like destination, source, yeah. Not that that actually matters here. I think we probably... What do we call it? God, I keep having to scroll up here. It's really pissing me off. Did I even make a node for it? Do we have a node move? Nope. Okay, well. We just have source test. Wait, it's the other way around here, isn't it? So... Sure. And then we just make the node and reappend it. Move. Like that. Okay, let's move. Did you compare? Did compare. We did addition, subtraction, we did load. I don't think we are handling when we, yeah, there's no like expect one register helper function, and honestly, is it worth doing when it only comes up once? So maybe we just don't bother making like a helper for that. We will have to handle like this print as well. But we do need the jump not zero and the jump zero. Which is always going to be register and then label. So we do actually want a helper function for this, because this will come up for jump not and jump if. Should do it with the rest of the helpers, I guess. Func expect. Well, it's actually just expect label, right? Yeah. What am I doing? P.tokens. Open label, is that right? This is going to blow up if this is outbound. I mean, in the other ones, we don't care. Oh, we do. We do care. We do a length check. Okay, well, we can do the same thing here. Then it won't blow up if it's outbound. It'll just return false instead. Wait. Oh, I know this. I know that I don't need to be doing this if statement, and I don't care. Right? I don't want to hear it. Okay. Case jump 0. And once again, I've forgotten what our node is going to look like for that. Oh, label and a position, but I'm not going to fill in the position, so it's literally just a label. Okay. We're going to deal with figuring out the position of stuff later, I think. Yeah, I think... we kind of have to do it at the end. When we have all of the tokens, I think. All the nodes. So... if... So if the next token is not a label... Slightly more helpful error message, but not really. Otherwise, we don't need to do a lot with this token. We have, like, the information is as we need it. Wait, this is wrong. This is a token. This is not a node. Oh, no, we have this already, right? Do we? Ah, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Yeah. And then we just make a node from this. Node label. Is that right? At this point, I'm not actually sure. Then we just append it to our list. We're basically doing exactly the same thing for jump 0, so maybe we just do it. We just handle both the cases here and have like a cheeky if statement. So instead of this, we do if current token type is token. What the fuck did I call this? I can't auto-complete this. It just won't work. I have to keep scrolling like some kind of peasant. And it took me so long to scroll up that now I've forgotten why I was scrolling in the first place. Oh. Yeah, we didn't make specific token types for individual keywords. We just made a keyword token type. That's so the scroll was a waste of time. The scroll was a waste of time. Okay, so we need to uppercase this. Fucking hell. But since we're matching this in this switch case here, we don't need to like check both of them. We can just be like, if it's J and Z, then we know to make a jump, not zero node. Otherwise, we'll make the other one, right? No, we don't need to check it twice. It's been done. I mean, this feels kind of shitty, but... Like that? Oh my god, what was I even doing here? I don't need to create a label node. We'll need to annoyingly do this append thing in both instances here. But that's fine. Ugh, it's horrible. Ugh. I feel sick. I should have just used two separate cases. Honestly, it would have worked out about the same amount of code. Is it just the print statement now? And halt? Just... We don't really need to do anything for halt. I'm going to write the helper function to expect one register, I think. Even though it only seems to come up once, just in case we need to add like some extra instructions or something. It might be handy. It will also make this fucking gargantuan switch statement a bit less gargantuan. Sure, I expect. You know what? This expect label function is supposed to be on the parser thing, not just a global function. So, quick side quest to fix that. Expect. We'll just call it expect reg. Or did we already make this? Is this already a thing? Did I already do this? No. This part is so ugly. I wish that we had not called token pass. It should have been just like position, honestly. And I think we'll stop there for today because I think I'm starting to lose my mind, honestly. I might need to do a little bit of refactoring. Maybe tomorrow when I have had more sleep. Because this is looking so ugly now. Yesterday it was everything was pretty. At least by the time I went to bed. Now, mess. Hate it. Hate it. Yeah, so I think that'll be all for today. I might be back tomorrow, if not Monday as usual. Thanks for hanging out with me, keeping me company while I slowly descend into madness. We will definitely carry on with this because I'm having fun. I don't know about you guys, but I am. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys around.